Turbo Conquering Mega Eagle. Alright folks, how you doing? Good? Yeah? Great. Okay, so after messing around cutting some splines on the dump truck, it's been something something I wanted to do for a very long time, and I've only just really realised how easy it can be. I use the lathe for the internal splines and my tiny little mill for the external lathes, external splines. That's what I'm on about. And ever since then, I've been looking for a tiny little shaper. Yeah, and I finally got one. It's well, I don't know if it's a little beauty yet. I had to get it picked up and sent here by a courier company. That's it. Let's go on a little shaper adventure together and see what this little thing's all about. Lovely bit of packaging he's done here. There's the pallets falling apart and what? Doesn't matter as long as it's in one piece, I suppose. Oh, how very exciting. Okay, so what I'd recommend to anyone if they're ever buying old machinery is to go onto lathes.com, and there's a train every time I want to chat to you guys. The bloody train comes along. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, it might be lathes.co.uk or lathes.com, whichever. But if you're looking for information on like obscure old machine tools, it's basically an encyclopedia of everything. It's got you know, old brochures and stuff, like where applicable. All the specifications of the various different models and that, and the guy who writes it seems to be you know, very knowledgeable, which is why I went for the Adept number 2, because his writings about it were very nice. Yeah, he seemed to have a lot of affection for this this particular model. So as I'm sure you've guessed, this is a hand shaper. Right, it's all right. I've got I've a couple of horsepower there, lads. Eh? No, whatever. Yeah, I think if I'm just cutting splines and that, and I'm not trying to hog out a crankcase for a giant triple expansion steam engine, then this will be absolutely perfect in my shed. You know, maybe one day if I get on with a shaper and I get a bigger shed, I'll get a powered one. But what can I tell you about it? Very small little bed, which is all I'm anticipating needing at the minute. This one hasn't got a auto advancing feature, so you do have to traverse the beam manually. So what we'd do, we'd stick a bit of metal in there, take a slice, push it back, clapper box lifts up to come past, and then we'd advance, do it again. Now I've seen some people have built little ratchet mechanisms, so you know, it's very easy to make a self-advancing setup for these. Yeah. But the simplicity is very nice. Very nice. Got the depth of cut adjustment here. That head angles, and then we can angle the cutter itself as well. We've got T-slots. T-slots for mounting work here, and then this bed is then mounted onto those T-slots. So at the moment it's set up to do things in on a horizontal bed, but you can mount things on the vertical bed as well. It came with a little work holder, which is nice of him to send it, I suppose. But what this chap was selling it because his father's not really doing anything in the workshop anymore, and apparently he had bought this you know, quite a few years ago and never actually used it once. So I have no idea how long it's been since it's been used, but it all seems to be free, you know, and they're beautiful castings. They're very nice castings, or castings, I suppose. No cracks or anything like that I can see. Some of these ways are a bit grotty. You know, they've got that sort of old tar-like corrosion and grease mixture on them, but these will clean up. I have no doubt about that. I'm sure the whole thing will clean up quite nicely, to be honest. Yeah, so one of the reasons I went for the Adept is because these are all ready to go out of the factory. Quite a few of the other hand shapers were produced as kits. So basically, the whole point of these was post-war period, I suppose. You had an emerging trend of model engineers and that wanted the ability to do the sort of thing that you could only really do with a big shaper or a milling machine. So hand powered shapers got very popular, and there were part made kits and stuff where you'd have your dovetails already cut, and then you'd finish the rest of it off, because I suppose, I mean, getting everything lined up and you know, lapping your ways in would be the hardest bit that perhaps not everyone could do. But I wanted the Adept specifically, well, not specifically the Adept, but something that being produced in a factory, I suppose. Just because I thought it might be a bit of a gamble if I got one of the kits, which quite a few of them were. I'm sure they're, you know, I'm sure the majority of them were absolutely beautifully and lovingly finished, but it wasn't cheap. I had to pay over 100 quid for it, but what? So I wanted the reassurance that it was going to be nicely finished, and I'm not disappointed. It's a beautiful little thing, a really beautiful little thing. I'm very happy. Let's try and cut something. Whoop. Yeah, let's try and cut something. We'll try and cut a little bit of metal. Maybe have to sharpen the tool a little bit. And then I'm gonna make we'll strip it, clean it up. Hopefully I don't have to paint it. I like the patina of old paint, but I like you know, nice fresh metal where it's exposed if possible. Probably, you know, I'm saying that I've got the scummiest lathe about, haven't I? I have, you know, sometimes I clean that, whatever. So we'll try and cut something, strip this thing down, clean it up, and I'll make a nice little crate for it so I can leave it nice and safe under my workbench when I'm not using it. Hopefully it won't get so much condensation on it that way, and I'll find out what spanners I need and keep them in the box with it, because these will be old Whitworth nuts and bolts as well, and I've got stacks of them, so it'll be a nice excuse to clean some of them up and leave them in the box with this, so I don't have to go hunting around every time I want to use it, because I don't keep Whitworth spanners on hand. I mean, if that makes sense, I'm sure you all understand. Okay, I think I'm pretty much set up and ready to take a few bites of this steel. All I'm going to try and do right now is face this bit of mild steel off. It's just a bit of scrap, so we'll see what happens. Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's my first cut. What? So I'm sure a bunch of you will say, you know, just use a file, it'll be quicker. But the whole point of this is it will allegedly, with enough patience, you can get a glass-like finish, and if the tool hasn't been abused, it should be very, very accurate. Okay. Okay. Well, isn't this a fun little tool? Let's try and get you a better view of things. I think I'm going to struggle because my fat arms are going to get in the way here, aren't they? But let's give it a go. we go. Oh. Yeah, lovely. Okay, alright, so that's a sort of finish I'm getting with no preparation to the tool. This is probably the tool that's been sat in there for the last 10-15 years or whatever, and this this vise is not the best. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's lovely. It's lovely all the same. I'm very happy. Let's strip it down and see if we can tidy it up a bit, and then we'll make a crate for it. Oh, here she is, the beautiful little shaper, cleaned up a bit, yeah, and it is a lot smoother in operation now, which is very nice. Whoop. Yeah, but without the without any slop there. All the ways are beautiful. So what? I'm a happy chappy. The only thing is I've got 1,000,001 other things to do. I would have liked to have built a nice wooden box for this, but I've got pallets and plywood here at the moment, and I think this is just too good to stick in a plywood box. So what? I only go to my my friend with the hardwoods and that once every blue moon, because it's a bit of a way away. So next time I'll get some oak and make a decent box for this. You know, do a nice job, and then I'll have somewhere to keep all my cutters, and I'll probably end up making a few more tool holders that are different shapes. That one will be good for doing internal splines, so that'll get me started anyway. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a nice box that I can pop this in, but as I say, I've got 101 other things to do, and I don't really see the point in just throwing something together right now, just unless it's nice. So I'll try and tuck it out of the way. You'll see this again fairly soon. I don't know if I'm going to need it for the crane. I do have some keys to cut, keyways, but I'll probably, if they're just on shafts, then I'll probably do them in the mill. And but definitely soon I was going to make a little tractor, so I'm going to need this for sticking hydraulic pumps and motors together. So you'll see it again shortly, and that's unless I don't figure out anything else to do with it other than cutting splines, which I'm sure I will. Should be a nice handy machine to use for a variety of tasks. Hey, cool. Anyway, folks, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon, eh? Alright, cheerio. Bye bye.